Hello everyone, how are you guys? Welcome to World Broad English channel. Today's lesson will be idioms, and I've prepared 5 idioms, and they are: once in the blue moon, to get a lot of stick, to be up for something, and to make a mountain out of the molehill, and the last, to lend an ear. First, if you are a person who do something rarely, you do something once in the blue moon, and simply once in the blue moon means to rarely. It's a opposite of always. If you do something always, you really do every time. But if you don't do always, you do maybe once in the blue moon. And number 2, example. If I give you example, I really like going to Brazil, and I get a chance to go to there, but not always. I get a chance to go to there once in the blue moon. That means I don't get a chance to go to Brazil every moment or every day, but I get a chance maybe once in a year. And number 2 is to get a lot of stick. If you get something a lot of stick, if you get a lot of stick, that means you get a lot of winch from the people, or you are really in bad situation. Maybe you are a coach. Suppose you're a coach and your team lost 5 or 6 consecutive matches in a row, and at that moment the supporters will make a mountain out. Will give you a lot of complaint, or they will winch about you, and they will say this coach should be sacked. And that moment you are getting a lot of stick from the people. Really, you are in bad situation, and you really need to keep your head above the water. And number 3 is to be up for something. If you are up for something, you really want something. Simply, you wanted something. Example, are you up for going to Brazil or Britain? Which country would you like to go? And that moment, if you want a particular country like Brazil or England, Britain, you might pick up the country that really exciting you, so captivating to go, and you might say, I'm really up for going to Brazil rather than England, and something like that. And to be up for something really is more British. I've never had a person who was American and using this. Number 4 is to make a mountain out of the molehill. I really like to use this expression quite a lot when I'm talking to a person who's so much exaggerating a small problem and making a huge problem. To make a mountain out of the molehill means to really exaggerate a small problem and make that small problem like it is a big problem. For example, I really like going to school, but one day I've got illness and I stayed at my home, but my mom really made a mountain out of the molehill. She really told me off, and she said, why didn't you go to school? She's making a mountain out of the molehill that moment. She's making surely. Why? It's because I like going to school, but I've got illness and this made me to stay at my home. And last one is to lend an ear. To lend an ear means to listen to someone carefully. If you listen to someone carefully, that moment you are really lending an ear. For example, I was so lending an ear when my teacher talked to me about that the exam is really approaching. So that's the end of my lesson. Surely I am so happy to prepare a lesson for you guys, and simply I'll be very happy if you could subscribe to my channel and put the notification button on, and even if you can leave a message or the comment for me in the, you can put the message and the comment to the comment section below, and that's really motivation for me, and I really like to get the message from you always. So if there's a question that you like to ask me, you might leave in the comment section below. And even if you really delighted the message or the lesson, you might like and even share the link of the lesson for your friends, that those you are really think they are so much exciting to improve their English. And the next lesson is gonna be as according to the plan. If something I hadn't again pear-shaped, I will prepare a lesson which is all about improving any way that you might improve your English and get quite understandable English. So if there's a question now, do not feel hesitation or really awkward about to ask me a question. If you have a question, you might leave the comment section below, and if you delighted the lesson, you can thumb up, you can